A very good evening to all, and thank you for attending our third annual e-commerce conference, made possible by our sponsors, OCNC Strategy Consultants. The conference this evening is hosted by the Retail and Luxury Goods Club at London Business School. Our club has a membership of over 3,000 people, including current students and alumni. Our aim is to provide our members with industry knowledge, career planning, and networking opportunities within the retail and luxury goods sectors. I'm really delighted to welcome you all tonight to our flagship event. We have an incredible lineup of speakers representing some of the biggest brands in the luxury, technology, consulting, and e-commerce industries. I would like to encourage all of you to join the conversation with them by using our official Twitter hashtag, LBS eCommerce. So let me start by handing over to Gareth Howells. Gareth is the Executive Director for the full-time MBA and Masters in Finance at London Business School, and a mentor to our club. Please join me in welcoming Gareth.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to tonight's conference. As Gabriella said, my name is Gareth Howells. I'm the Executive Director for the MBA and the Finance Programs at London Business School. My job in a kind of twisted way is to kind of deliver on what we promise at London Business School. And I just wanted to thank you, just on behalf of the whole London Business School community, tonight. This is the third e-commerce conference, and I think the three is significant. In the first one, the inaugural conference, there was an award won for that conference, and since then, though, it's been going from strength to strength. Last year, we came here for the first time because we'd outgrown the space at London Business School. We're back here, and I think we have packed even more in. To the organisers or to the owners of this building, we aren't breaching fire regulations, honestly. But we packed more in. So I think in terms of tonight, I've no doubt that we're going to continue that tradition to have another great conference. But I think, fair to say, we've all been to good and bad conferences. Yeah? Yeah, maybe, no. But in terms of tonight, I think a great conference is going to be, well, first of all of you, the delegates for the conference in terms of the vast array of experience that you've had and what you're going to bring today in terms of insights. But it's also about a wonderful array of panelists and keynote speakers today who are also going to impart their wisdom, their knowledge, and their insights. And I think bringing those two things together in terms of the opportunity to learn and the opportunity to network, I think is going to make a great conference. But I also think another thing that's important to a great conference is relevance. And I think coming to the theme of this conference in terms of digitalization, personalization, and disruptive technologies, a bit of a mouthful, but I think that pretty much characterizes what's happening in terms of the retail and luxury industries right now. Just bringing it right back to the business that I'm in, the business of business schools and management education. These are exactly the same things that are affecting us right now in terms of the technology transforming the way that we access content and the way people learn. That we no longer have a one-size-fits-all approach. We can't just build things and they will come in our industry. That's changed forever. And I think that the rise of MOOCs in terms of content becoming free, to the extent that actually maybe you don't need a degree anymore. This is the kind of stuff that's been affecting the business that I'm in, the business of education. But to the students in the room, past, current, students present, I'm not declaring the death of business school right now. Certainly not London Business School. I think it's many lazy journalists who have written off business schools for some time. In my industry, though, this is what is keeping my colleagues and my peers and me up at night. I think the difference for me is, for most people, it's scary. For me, it's the most interesting thing that's going on right now in the industry that I work in. The fact that everything is having to be rethought, everything is changing before our eyes. And what's the most interesting and fascinating thing is really about how technology is actually changing the way the world does business. And tonight we're going to get the opportunity to debate many of those things that are affecting the retail and luxury industries as well. And I just wanted to say a couple of things, just staying on the theme of relevance. At London Business School, our mission is to have a profound impact on the way the world does business. And this is more than just a plaque on the wall. It's something that is in our DNA that we're trying to do. And so going from finding and nurturing the best talent in terms of students, then being taught by some of the best faculty in the world, and imparting some of the world-leading research as well. But crucially, it's about how we connect with the real world, how we connect with recruiters and employers, and about how we can provide talent that they need for their industries and for their organisations as well. A business school is nothing if it doesn't reflect the way the world, and we hope the way the world does business. And we hope that tonight, in terms of this agenda and from the interactions from everyone tonight, you'll get to see how we continue to try and stay relevant. So, that is really all I really want to say today. The one other thing that I would ask beyond this conference is for London Business School, for all of you to stay engaged with us. There are many different ways to connect with us beyond a conference such as this, albeit an important one like this. But we have students who are engaging all around different organisations on projects, doing consulting services for many organisations. We are trying to start a brand new course in luxury, and we're looking for contacts to develop our content so we can develop some business cases and connect with practitioners. We have thankfully already into our second year of the Walpole and London Business School Luxury Management program as well. So again, there are many different ways to connect with us, right from giving students internships, hiring them permanently as well. But all of those, we hope you can connect with us beyond this tonight. So I started with a welcome. I'm going to end with a few thank yous. Thank you to the Retail and Luxury Goods Club. In my job, I'm not allowed to have favourite students, faculty, or anything like that. But if I was allowed to have a favourite club, I'm not allowed to say it. So, but this is a club that has been going from strength to strength for many years. It's been great in the last 2 or 3 years to see the membership skyrocket, to see the range of activities that it does, that are activities that are relevant to the students participating in them, but crucially relevant to the organisations that connect with them as well. So again, in 2013-14, they were voted Best Club. So we've still got to do the voting and the counting for this year, so we'll see how that goes. But it's a true testament, I think, to the activities of this club that actually now so many candidates are seeking out London Business School as a real place where which they can undertake a career in retail and luxury. And the fact that in e-commerce and how that's transforming business as well, it's now one of our big three in terms of consulting, finance and e-commerce in terms of the major destinations of where our students go as well. So I want to thank you to the Retail and Luxury Goods Clubs for doing that. Thank you also to our sponsor, OC&C Strategy Consultants. Without support such as that, we wouldn't be able to put on events such as this. Thank you to all our speakers and panellists for giving their time and their wisdom for tonight. And thanks to all of you for coming along tonight, and also in advance for your engagement and your participation. So if I had a ribbon, I would be cutting it right now, but I don't. So I think it falls to me to declare that this conference is officially open, and I'd like to hand back to Gabriella to introduce our first speaker. Over to you, Gabriella, and have a great conference, everyone.